So in your drive, you can find this book, or every offline student, they must have got this spiral for this. And the reason behind keeping this particular section or book extra, because every year you will find 20 to 40% of the quant questions based on simple mathematical reasoning, which does not, or which will not belong to any mathematical chapter or topic. So it may use a very basic understanding of numbers, or very basic understanding of data, and simple reasoning ability will help you to solve these questions. So like I showed the problem of algebra, or like these questions, like this question 19. This looks like an algebra based question, but it is not. If you'll finish this lecture and you'll start doing this exercise, you'll find that these questions can be done by any one of you if you just take care of those restrictions, those thought process, and if you'll apply little common sense in the uh, problem solving steps. So all these questions, like this one, every questions, every year you will find a good amount of questions which are not from mathematics, or which are not from chapter based mathematics. So I have compiled the questions till I think 2019 or 2020. Uh, First we'll do these exercise, and then we can 2020 also there. 2020 is there. So till 2020 we have compiled. So 2021 and 2022 we'll do it after this booklet. So let's start the concept lecture now. The first concept that I'll talk is, do everyone knows like how do we define numbers? Natural number क्या होता है? What is natural number? Natural numbers are what numbers? Tell me.
Starting from 1.
Starting from 1 and all the integers. So natural numbers, like the numbers with which we count the object of nature. So it's 1, 2, 3, and so on. And you can so say also positive integers greater than 0. All the positive integers greater than 0. Okay, and what are whole number? Whole numbers. Whole
0.
numbers क्या होते हैं?
Natural numbers
Start
including
from 0.
Including 0, 1, 2, 3. And integer, what are integers?
the integers also include minus numbers also.
Yes, minus, whole numbers with minus numbers also. So minus infinity, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I'll ask you that based on natural numbers, if I'm asking you based on natural numbers, that there are three natural numbers A, B, C, for which A plus B plus C is equal to A into B into C. So how many such solutions exist? How many group of number ordered pair? Of course, just a second, I'll also tell you something. If I'll say ordered pair or non-ordered, so you should understand it like if there are two numbers like 5 and 7. So for anyone who is asking that what is the how many ordered pair, then 5, 7 and 7, 5. These two will two different answers. Okay. If this is non-ordered or not restricted, then only 5, 7. Yani one group is the answer. So I'll bring this here. How many ordered pair of ABC exist? how many ordered pair of ABC exist? So tell me, can you find a set of integers which actually satisfies these? Any one of you? बोलो, कोई बता सकता है?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Anyone else? Any other three numbers? Actually, you cannot find any other number which, because if you'll take any other set of numbers like 2, 3, 5, so you'll find the multiplication is much more than their sum of numbers. So the only three numbers which actually exist to satisfy this equation is 1, 2, 3. So if they are talking how many set of numbers satisfies this equation, then you will be answering 1. But if they ask how many ordered pair, then you can, then 1, 2, 3 is different than 2, 1, 3, and this is different than 3, 2, 1. So in how many way I can write this? So actually you can write this in 6 ways.
3 factorial.
Of course, 3 factorial. If you don't know how do we find 3, how did we get the 3 factorial? You can literally arrange this in 6 ways. Like you will keep 1 as a first place, then 2, 3 will have uh, 2 arrangements. 2 at the first place, 1 and 3 will have 2 arrangement. And if you keep 3 as a first place, at first place, 1 and 2 will have 2 arrangements. So total number of way by which we can write these three numbers is 6 way. So if they are asking with ordered pair, you will write 6 as an answer. So see, the very basic concept was the only three numbers which you will get to satisfy this is 1, 2, 3. Now, let's say I'm asking that there is a number x, y plus z is uh, 19. X, y plus z is 19, and z is 1 more than y. So now if I'm asking you, find the answer for these two equations. Answer for these two, like two simultaneous equations. So if we'll see through algebraic lens, you will find that, and of course the restriction will be given that x, y, z are positive integers greater than 0. So we can say it in other word, they could have also said that x, y, z are natural numbers. So if you see through the algebraic lens, you will be finding that there are three variables and just two equations. So this cannot be solved. But if we'll find, or if we'll check the restrictions which is mentioned here, you you will see that this can only be written as 1 into 19 because 19 is a prime number. So the only option to write x into y plus z as 19 is 1 into 19. So by this way, you can get x as 1. And for this, z and y, z plus y is 19. And through this equation, we can easily say z will be 10 and y will be 9. So what you saw here is like just the restriction which was here as an we can only take x, y, z as a natural number, made the solution easy and without the help of algebra. So I was showing you the PDF. You can find such questions here. Even the last year CAT has one question or two question based on this logic only. Okay, so you just need to remember the logic here. I'll be telling you few of the concepts and not the examples, like CAT level examples, but the similar type of question you can get in testnet also. So next concept is mine. Next concept is what is prime number? Please tell me what is prime number? How do you define prime number? Anyone?
So the numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself.
Yes. The number which are divisible by 1 and itself. P is prime if it has only two factor P and 1. So a prime number starts with which number? Start with 2. 1 is not a prime number. So you need to remember that 1 is not a prime number. Now, if you'll observe the prime numbers, which starts from 2 and it goes till infinity. Okay, the prime number will never going to stop coming. It will always be there. So I'll tell you a very interesting thing. There is a supercomputer which is actually devoted to find prime numbers. And why we incorporated or spend money on supercomputer to find prime numbers is because nobody has any to find algorithm to find new prime number. So the one thing is there, prime number are never going to be stopped. They will always keep coming till infinity. They will keep on coming, and there is no algorithm. So the only way to find the new prime number or the next prime number is to check the continuous coming number and finding one such number which is not going to be divided by any other number except 1 and this number itself. So now the supercomputer, like it has actually found that much number of prime numbers that it actually comes with a new prime number after 5 year or 10 year or maybe like sometimes it may come early, but it takes time, like years of time to bring new prime number, and those prime numbers are such big number. If you'll write it in on a earth circumference, you will cover the entire earth on circumference. So anyway, this was the fun fact here. But if you'll observe the prime numbers, you will find that there is one prime number which is even. So the only even prime number is 2. So many of the time they might ask you a question which will have this catch. So all of a sudden, if someone asks that P1 is a prime number, P2 is a prime number, P1 plus P2 will be what? So what we do remember is in our mind that prime numbers are always odd, and odd number plus odd number will give you an even number. But we tend to forget that 2 is also a prime number. If we keep 2 here, then any other prime number which will add it with 2, you will get a odd number only. Okay. So 2 is a prime number. You will find questions based on this catch that a prime number into prime number will not be an odd number only. It can be an even number. Okay. So this will be there as an catch. Okay. Now I'm just adding on the concepts here, which you can actually visualize by yourself only. But I'm just writing some 10 to 11 concepts here so that you can use them in your problems. So writing generalization The other concept is generalization. So if you want to generalize or generalized terminology, if you want to write something in generalized terminology, it says like I can write 2n to denote all even numbers. Even numbers where n is 0, 1, 2, and such that. If we want to denote odd numbers in a generalized form, I'll write it as 2n plus 1. So any n will be the same. Any n will give you an odd number. Similarly, if I'll ask you that write a generalized format, format or terminology, all the numbers which gives a remainder 1 by dividing it by 4. So how will you write this in n format? Like if you'll just put n any of these and you'll get the number which is asked. So how will you generalize it? Follow?
4n+1.
Of course, good.
सर
4
ये
n
कॉन्सेप्ट
plus. हाँ, क्या बोल रही हो?
सर ये बोल रहे थे कि ये कॉन्सेप्ट मतलब आप क्या बता रहे हैं मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा है ये बात तो।
मैं ऐसा बता रहा हूँ कि ये सब चीजें अगर आप जान लेते हो तो कई सारे क्वेश्चन जो रीजनिंग बेस्ड होते हैं उसको आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो. सो इट्स नॉट वेरी मैंडेटरी कि आप ये क्लास अटेंड करो और इसको समझो ही, बट इट विल मेक यू थिंक mathematically even if you don't have chapter wise knowledge, especially to solve these questions. ठीक है श्रुति?
ओके सर।
तुम क्लास में नहीं थी क्या? शुरू में मैंने बताया था
सर
कि
मैंने
एवरी.
ये नहीं पूछा था, ये जनरलाइजेशन वाला जो कॉन्सेप्ट था ये मुझे नहीं समझ में आया, ऊपर वाला तो समझ में आ रहा था
अच्छा
जो
अच्छा अच्छा
नंबर
अच्छा.
आप बता रहे थे। ये
हाँ, मतलब
जनरलाइजेशन में
it's
क्या
just like if you want to write a generalized terminology जो ऐसे नंबर को डिनोट्स करे which gives you remainder 1 after dividing by 4, तो ये एक जनरलाइजेशन हो सकता है. 4n plus 1, if
हाँ।
we'll keep anything at the place of n out of these out of
हम्म।
these you will get a number which will give you remainder 1. So but there is a catch here. We can have a different type of representation also for that, which will say 4n minus 3, but we will have to change the value of n here. N will be lying, or n will be from 1 2 and so on. So this will also give you the same. So either you can generalize with this. So the catch here is when I'm writing in this format, n will start from 0. When I'm writing in this format, n will start from 1. Did you get the point?
यस सर।
Everyone? ठीक है. तो next है. So now you know the generalization thing. इसमें sometimes it's a very simple generalization. Sometimes we may find typical kind of generalization. Like I'm writing a series. No, just see the series what it is. 2, 6, 12, 20, 30, 42. Just see this series, and if I'll say, can you write a general term for this? Yani ki TN. General term for this. Okay. So this may feel difficult for you. This may seems difficult. This may seem difficult to you. If I write a series like 1, 4, 7, 10. I have already taught you in this class. This is an AP. So what is the generalized form here? Tn is equal to what? Tn is equal to 1 plus n minus 1 into 3, which is the 3 is the common difference. If you are not able to understand this, you can watch the lecture of arithmetic progression, which I have took the class last week, and the class of GP will be in on Saturday. So this was the generalized terminology for this series. So forget about this. Now, can anyone tell me what is the generalized term for this? Can anyone tell me what is the generalized? If I'm willing to write Tn, or you can say if I'm willing to write the 10th term of this series, how will I write it? So once I find the generalized uh, terminology for this series, I can actually find the 10th or the 12th or the 50th term of this series. So anyone, can you try? Generalized format of Polo. So with little observation, you may find that the first term of this series is 1 into 2. The second term is 2 into 3. The third term is 3 into 4. The fourth term is 4 into 5. So now, can you say that any term like tnth term will be n into n plus 1? Can we generalize this? Bolo jaldi.
Yes, sir.
Is everyone getting this point here? Nikita, Purti, Prakriti, everyone. So you sometimes it will be difficult to find the exact pattern of the series, but most of the time you will find it very easy. Like I'm writing a second one, try to find the generalized terminology for that. 0, 3, no, sorry, 0, of course, 0, 3, 8, 15, 24, and so on. What will be the value of Tn? Like the generalized term, Tn will be what? Can anyone tell me? What will be the nth term of series? So with this will also help you in series-based question in reasoning. I don't know why you are not telling me that what will be the generalized term. Is
So n square minus 1.
yes. What's your name?
Shreya.
Good, Shreya. So you can easily observe it. That's the first term is 1 square minus 1. Second term is 2 square minus 1. Third term is 3 square minus 1. Fourth term is 4 square minus 1. And so on. So the generalized term would be n square minus 1. So this is how we can actually find the generalization. And this generalization also helps in getting the sum of n terms. So before finding the sum of n terms, let me write the all the other formula which I have given you many times. I'll give you here also. Sum of all natural number. Three things that you have to remember. One is sum of all natural numbers, like 1, 2, from start from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and till n. So how do we write this sum? N into n plus 1 by 2. And we say it sum of n natural numbers starts from 1 और since start. कौन किसके यहाँ से आवाज आ रही है? म्यूट करो अपने आप को. Now 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, like sum of n natural squares. ये क्या होता है बताओ? n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6. है ना? I don't have to write it here. Sum of n natural squares starts from 1. And third is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube and so on, n cube. The sum will be n into n plus 1 by 2, which was the sum of n natural numbers, and square of this. So these three, if you remember these three, I can actually calculate like the first series which I have written here, which I have written to 6, 12, 20, and this was the series. And if someone asks, find the sum of 12 terms, 12 terms of this series. So the first term is, no, sorry, the nth term, you know that nth term is n into n plus 1, which is basically n square plus n. So this was my generalized term. So if you want to calculate the sum of this, you actually you want to sum all the Tn, like from 1 to n. And if you want to find the sum, it will be nothing, just addition of these two for the same, n square or n. So if you want to calculate the sum of 12 terms here, it will be finding the sum till 1 to 12 of n square plus 1 to 12 for n. So this is how we calculate the sum for a series for for which you can write the generalized term easily. So generalization is important. Generalization is important, and once you will start generalizing it for the sum, you will also start getting the pattern here. Okay, so we'll be talking about the pattern ahead with the questions, but here the learning was for a series you can generalize, or most of the time you can get the nth term by observing it, and you can generalize it, and with that generalization you can also calculate the sum. Is it okay?
तो ये लास्ट वाले का जनरलाइजेशन कैसे करना समझ नहीं आ रहा.
ये यही है, पहले ही तो दिया था, ये वाला सेम है. 2 into 3, 3 into 4, 4 into 5. तो कोई भी टर्म क्या है, जैसे फोर्थ टर्म जो है 4 into 5 है, फिफ्थ टर्म 5 into 6 होगा, तो nth टर्म क्या होगा, n into n plus 1. ये जनरलाइजेशन किया.
सर ये सॉल्व कैसे होगा क्वेश्चन?
कौन सा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है?
यही वाला जो आपने लिखा है इसका
मैंने
आंसर.
12 टर्म तक का सम पूछा था ना.
यस सर.
हाँ, तो जैसे तुम्हें n स्क्वायर का सम का फॉर्मूला पता है, which is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. ये n वाला n स्क्वायर का है, n का क्या होता है, n into n plus 1 by 2. नाउ चूंकि सिंस यू हैव टू फाइंड टिल 12, तो n की बजाय आप 12 रख दो. 12 into 12 plus 1 into 12 into 2 plus 1 by 6. ठीक है ना, ये कर लोगे ना एरिका?
यस सर.
ठीक है. तो जनरलाइजेशन बस तुम्हें ध्यान रखना है, जब क्वेश्चंस आएगा तो इट विल बी इजी फॉर यू। तुम सोच सोच के हम लोग कर लेंगे, ठीक है।
सर हमने इसको ऐसे फॉर्मूला में ब्रेक क्यों किया है? हम सीधा एन स्क्वायर प्लस एन में 12 की वैल्यू डाल के नहीं आएगा आंसर?
यहाँ पे एन स्क्वायर प्लस एन में अगर आप 12 की वैल्यू डालोगे तो वो आपको T12 मिलेगा, सम नहीं मिलेगा। ये ध्यान रखो, ये वाला जो आया है हमारा एन स्क्वायर प्लस वन, इट इज द जनरलाइज फॉर्मूला फॉर फाइंडिंग Tn, टू फाइंड Tn। और ये जो हम कर रहे हैं ये वाला, दिस इज टू फाइंड Sn, मतलब सारे टर्म्स का सम, 2 + 6 + 12 + 20 ऐसे करके आगे तक। ठीक है, अब समझ में आया?
ठीक है सर, तो मतलब हमें ब्रेक करना पड़ेगा उसे ऐसे फॉर्मूला में?
हाँ, उसको ऐसे फॉर्म में ब्रेक करके और इसका अलग अलग समेशन निकालना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, इसकी जरूरत पड़ेगी तो आगे हम बताएंगे, अभी फिलहाल इतना ही तक रखो। और ऐसा एक एक और हम बताते हैं, जैसे मान लो कि किसी सीरीज का, फॉर एनी पर्टिकुलर सीरीज, लेट्स से द जनरलाइज्ड टर्म इज Tn is equal to n² + n-1, ऐसा है। मतलब सीरीज तुम्हें ऐसा दिया गया होता कि पहला 1, दूसरा 5, तीसरा ऐसे करके, इसका जनरलाइजेशन अगर ये है, ठीक है, इसका जनरलाइजेशन ये है। सो इफ आई एम ट्राइंग टू आस्क यू कि इसका समेशन कितना होगा, तो ऑफ कोर्स लाइक द प्रीवियस एग्जाम्पल, आप Tn तक का सम निकालना चाहते हो, विच विल बी सम ऑफ n², sum of n numbers, or for this, for -1, since it will be having for all the term, it will just translate as -n. It will just translate as -n, because -1 will be that number of times, n number of times, so it will just translate at -n. तो ये तो आपको फॉर्मूला से, और ये सीधा -n हो जाएगा। ठीक है, एनीवे मतलब दिस इज नॉट, मतलब डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस, जब आपको जरूरत पड़ेगा तो ये आप कर लोगे, ठीक है, most of you. Now let's go for
सर
uh,
सर अभी जो आपने फॉर्मूला लिखा था उसमें एन क्या लेना है?
जहां तक अभी जैसे बोलता है कि अगर 20 टर्म का सम निकालो, n20 हो जाएगा। ओके, चलो अब थोड़ा सा टिपिकल हो गया, तो अब थोड़ा आसान पे चलते हैं फिर से। तो 2 डिजिट नंबर्स कैसे डिफाइन करोगे तुम लोग? टू डिजिट नंबर्स क्या होते हैं? चलो इस क्लास को हम लोग 2 पार्ट में कर देंगे, हमको नहीं लगता कि सारा आई कैन टेल यू टुडे ओनली। सो ये हमारा लास्ट कंसेप्ट होगा, नेक्स्ट हम सैटरडे को जीपी के बाद कर सकते हैं। सो अ 2 डिजिट नंबर, हाउ डू वी राइट अ 2 डिजिट नंबर, बताओ? और एनी 2 डिजिट नंबर, कैन यू टेल मी एनी 2 डिजिट नंबर? जल्दी जल्दी बोलो, तुम लोग बहुत धीरे करते हो।
24।
यस, 24। So any two digits when kept together, it will make a 2 digit number, except zero should not be written at the hundredth place. So the first, just like for the hundred place, you have option is 1 to 9, and for unit place, you can write 0 to 9. So any random number, if you put here, any random digit, you will get a 2 digit number. Okay, but while representing it like in algebraic form, like let's say I'm saying the 2 digits are A and B. Okay, A and B are the 2 digits. B is for unit place, A is for hundred place. So how do you write the number? You will never write it as AB, because in algebra AB denotes A into B. So you cannot write a 2 digit number as AB, because this is this. So to write a two-digit number, how do you do it? We at matlab not 100, it's 10th place, sorry. 10th place. So what we do is we multiply A by 10 and then we add B. So that's how we write a two-digit number in algebra. Of course, because it's 10th place. So a two-digit number, we write 10A plus B. Is it clear to everyone? Similarly, if there are three digits which makes a three-digit number A, B, C, and C is at unit place, B is at 10th place, or A is at 100 place, how do you write this number? 100A plus 10B plus C. Okay. So we can define two, three things for a two-digit number. Let's do it for two-digit number. If A and B are the two digits, A is for 10th place, B is for unit place. So if I'll say sum of digits, it will be A plus B. Multiplication of digits, it will be A into B. So if someone asks you, A and B makes a two-digit number, okay? A and B makes a two-digit number, or let me put it in a very simple word. A two-digit number, when gets divided by the sum of its digits, gives you a maximum value. Find for which two-digit number when gets divided by sum of digits gives you the maximum value. किस केस में maximum value देगा बताओ? So now the problem is like you want to make the number n is being divided by it's A plus B. The number is getting divided by sum of digits. So you want to increase the value of n. आप n की value को बड़ा करना चाहोगे. At the same time, you want to decrease the value of A plus B. तो n बड़ा करने के लिए of course A बड़ा लेना पड़ेगा because A is at मतलब 10th place. तो हमें 9 रखेंगे. और A प्लस B को छोटा से छोटा रखने के लिए ऑफ कोर्स A जो है ऑलरेडी 9 हो चुका है तो B को स्मॉलेस्ट आई कैन पुट इट 0. तो 90/9 this could be the maximum value. Okay, so and the same stands for 80/8 and 75. So can we increase this value? 90/9 जो है ये आपका 10 है. Is there any number which will give you more than 10? बोलो. Can you get any number which gives you more than 10? Any two-digit number which gives you more than 10 when it get divided by sum of its digit. So the options are like if I'll put 9 and 1 here, 91.
Yes,
so
sir. B is more than 0.
Which is more than 0?
The B. Because A.
So let me take the B more than 0. I'm keeping B 1 because I also have to keep this sum lowest. So if I'll keep this, I'll be getting 91/10, which is 9.1, which is less than 10. So anyway, we cannot get any other number or any other number which will give more than 10 here. मिलेगा तुम लोगों को बताओ? नहीं मिलेगा ना?
नहीं सर, ये सबसे हाईएस्ट वैल्यू
हाँ,
देगा।
तो अब कैच क्या है यहाँ पे, मतलब यहाँ तक सोचना इज इजी, मतलब यू विल नॉट फाइंड मच डिफिकल्टी इन थिंकिंग दिस, बट when you start saying ki how find the number, so you will see that there are 9 such number which exist: 10 by 1, 20 by 2, 30 by 3. But let's say if I'll put a restriction that no digits are 0, matlab A and B are not 0. A and B are not 0. तो उस केस में the highest value I'll get 91 by 10. So if we'll add any other, matlab if we'll change any other thing like 81, agar aap lete ho, if you take 81, it's get divided by 9. And here you will be finding 9. If we'll take the lesser number like 71 get divided by 8, you will get a value which is less than 9. So 91 by 10, which is like how I find 10, 91 divided by 9 plus 1. So if none of them are 0, this will be the unique solution. So what did you see in previous problem? You found 9 different solutions: 10 by 1, 20 by 2, 30 by 3. But once the restriction is there, you got just one solution. For this, the division will be giving you maximum value, which is 9.1. Are you getting my point here? Now, if someone asks you that for a 2-digit number, M denotes multiplication of digits, S denotes addition of digits. So if they'll ask you M by S is maximum, when you will find this? A similar question is, if a 2-digit number is there and M denotes multiplication of digits and S denotes summation of digits. So when will you find the maximum value of M by S? Follow. So in order to maximize this, हमें multiplication को maximum करना पड़ेगा. And if there is no restriction, like 2-digit number is given, so I will take both the digit 9 into 9 and 9 plus 9, 81 by 18. If I'll change anything in here, like if I'll put 9 into 8 and 9 plus 8, can you find me take the calculator and get both the division? Which one is maximum? Follow?
$81 by 18 is maximum. It's 4.5 and the other is 4.23.
Okay. So if we'll try to reduce it very less, like अगर मैं सोचता हूँ कि चलो इसको और reduce कर देते हैं. So if I'll write it like 9 into 2, here I'll divide it by 11. So every time we'll be getting lesser value. So this will be only highest value. But if there is a restriction that digits are not same, like A is equal to not B. So in this case, so here the number, like if someone asks you which is the number will be 99. But if digits are not equal, The option that I am left with is 9 into 8 divided by 9 plus 8. And of course, I'll also not take 0 here. तो 0 लेने से फायदा भी नहीं होगा, multiplication will be 0. So 0 रहे ना रहे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. If A is equal to not B and the condition is same and they are asking maximize, so then I'll have to take this value. So now the answer will be not 98 only. It will be 89 also, because for numbers, ordered pair are important. Ordered pairs are important here. So 98 is different than 89. समझ आ रही है बात तुम लोगों को?
Yes, sir.
Good. मतलब you can start doing this sheet. You will find that there are number of questions which you can solve it by just simple logic. Okay. So let me take this example here. 19. This is a CAT question which says x, y, z are 3 positive integers. Remember, what did I tell you? जब भी positive integer होगा, it is basically natural numbers. Such that x is greater than y, y is greater than z. Which is the closest of the product x, y, z? यहाँ पे आप इसको थोड़ा सा कोशिश करोगे तो you will find the रुको, इसमें एक चीज और हम बता देते हैं. Let me. मान लो कि 2 नंबर है तुम्हारे पास, है ना. दिस इज ऑल्सो 2 नंबर है, a plus b. The 2 number here, these are not the digits. A and b are 2 numbers. A and b are 2 integers बोलो, positive integers बोल लो अभी फिलहाल के लिए. तो a plus b is, let's say, 20. A plus b is 20. So, and of course positive integer रख लो फिलहाल. Then what is the maximum value of a into b? What is the maximum value of a into b? Yeah, what will be the maximum value of a into b? So in order to explain this, let's say I'm taking a and b are equal. So 10 into 10, which will be 100. But if you reduce any one here, like if you reduce 1 here, then you have to increase 1 there. And this multiplication will be less than 100. So what is happening? Why this is happening? Because the decrease has more weight than increase. So when 10 is being decreased by 1, it becomes 90% of itself, or 9. And when 10 is being increased by 1, it becomes 11. So the total impact, the change is 1 only, both sides, but the impact of decrease is more. That's why you will be getting less product value. So let's say there are 2 numbers, 15 and 10. And you will get the multiplication. This is a different concept here. 15 and 10, of course, based on this only, the multiplication is 150. And if someone is asking that you have to reduce 1 from either from 15 or either from 10, which will actually decrease the product more. So 15 into 10 is 150. If I am decreasing 1 from 15, I am getting 14 into 10, which is 140. And if you decrease 1 from 10, you'll be getting 15 into 9, which will be 135. So what did you see? Where the impact is more? So impact is more when 1 is being reduced from lesser number. Why it has more impact? Because the value of 1 will be higher to 10 or a higher at the place of 10 when 1 is. So you can just visualize in this way. Visualize, let's say I'm multiplying 250 into 2. I'll be getting 500. If I'll reduce 1 from 250, actually 250 is not changing much. So 249 into 2, which is again 498, which is almost close to 500. But if we'll reduce 1 from 2, it will actually reduce this number by half. So the multiplication will be 250 into 1 and we'll be getting 251. So using this concept, you can actually solve this question very easily, that when it will be the closest one. Again, I was talking you about the summation and the multiplication. Let me finish that. So if I'm saying that A plus B plus C is a fixed number, let's say a fixed number, which is n. And if someone is asking when will be A into B into C will maximum, when it will be maximum. For such cases, you should remember the maximum will happen when we'll find or get the A, B, C equal. But if there is a restriction that A, B, C are integer, then we might not have n as multiple of 3, so that you can divide it into 3 equal parts. Let's say A plus B plus C is equal to 17. So if it would have been 15, A plus B plus C is 15. The maximum ABC maximum I could have got was 5 into 5 into 5. I would have again all the same. But here, if you want to maximize it, A into B into C, how will you do it? Tell me. 6 into 6 into 5. If there is this restriction that A and B, C cannot be equal. ठीक है, ये बात समझ में आ रही तुम लोगों को?
ये नहीं समझ आया 6 into 6 into 5 क्यों?
मैंने closest रखा. If not equal, keep them closest. So if I divide 17 by 3, I can easily get 555. I'm still left with 2. So rather than adding 2 in one particular, I'll distribute it. So if would have made an 755, made this combination, the multiplication you would have got is 175. And if it is 6 into 6 into 5, the multiplication that you will getting is 180. So ये बढ़ जाएगा. So the idea is to keep them closest, to keep them equal, maximum possible equal value. Okay?
Yes.
Is everyone getting this point? So the last thing is, let me conclude the lecture by this last concept, which is based on same. If we'll go in reverse, like if A into B is, let me say, this is 189. 189 वो होता है ना, स्क्वायर होता है ना किसी का? नहीं, 169. Let's say 169. Let's not take it 169. A into B is 144. So there is a multiplication which is given, and if someone is asking, find the value of minimum A plus B. So you can just visualize that this is the reverse of the previous concept which I was talking, where A plus B was given and A into B we had to maximize. So if A plus B is given, A into B is given, A into B. The product is given and you have to minimize the addition. So if we'll divide or if we'll take the different combination of A, B, you can have 1 into 144, 2 into 72, 3 into 48, 4 into 36, 6 into कितना होगा 6 into what 6 से कटेगा ना 24
Sir, 24.
हाँ 8 into 7 से नहीं कटेगा 8 into what 18 9 into 16 and then 12 into 12. So you can easily find that A plus B is minimum when both are equal, which is 24. Otherwise, it will keep on increasing. So if the multiplication of a two number is a perfect square, like A into B is 400, then minimum A plus B, कितना होगा 20 plus 20. You need to
20.
keep them equal. And if it is not a perfect square, like A into B is, let's say I'm writing what? 300. Then minimum A plus B, we need to find the closest factor. And the closest factors are one which is lies around the square root of this number. So, like you can also get it by doing this 1 into 300, 2 into 150, 3 into 100. So these are the numbers with high distance. We can actually reduce it to 15 into 20. So this is the closest pair of integers which gets multiplied, then give you 300. So the minimum A plus B will be 15 plus 20, which is 35. Is it clear to everyone? So there will be a part 2 for the same lecture. कर लेना अटेंड तुम लोग को, भले ही अभी समझ में ज्यादा नहीं आ रहा हो, बिकॉज आई विल बी पोस्टिंग इट इन ऑन ड्राइव और यूट्यूब ऑल्सो. तो उससे कोई you can go and revise back. But these small concepts, small consideration, and some of the consideration we used to talk, like there is a concept like in a class roll number 5 to roll number 18, all these students went for a picnic. So how many students went for picnic? I gave an example that in a class roll number 5 to roll number 18, these students went for picnic. So how many students has actually went for picnic?
So 13.
18 minus
13
5,
plus
you
2,
did this.
15.
So
So
it's
13 plus 2, 15.
not 2. You need to just add 1 extra because 5 is also being included. So once you subtract it, you will get all the numbers from all the values from 6 to 18 because you are subtracting 5. But since the question was roll number 5 to 18, so you need to add 1 to this. So these are the small catches which is important to understand. Okay. So just revise this lecture and start doing this sheet, all the CAT aspirant. और टिस वालों के लिए इस सिमिलर एक्सरसाइज एक अलग से बन रहा है टिस के लिए, वो हम आपको इस वीक में सैटरडे तक पोस्ट कर देंगे ग्रुप में, ठीक है. टिस के लिए सीयूईटी के लिए इसी चीजों पे बेस्ड तुम्हें वहां पे मिल जाएगा. इनफैक्ट द कोजेंट एप्टीट्यूड हैज गॉट द बुक, वो चैप्टर जो आपका सिंप्लीफिकेशन है ना, वो आप इससे कर सकते हो सिमिलर नॉलेज से, ठीक है.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
सो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे इसी वीक में रखने का, ना ये सैटरडे